I'm Sumi and I represent Spice Digital. We are basically a value-added services company and we deal largely with telecom operators. Now, before I actually start on with the presentation, just a couple of things. We at Spice basically believe that innovation is a thought process. And products, services, solutions are an outcome of that particular thought process. So what I would be doing out here is taking all of you through the thought process through which the product has actually been developed before I actually talk about the product itself. Okay, just a couple of facts, few statistics. We have a 1.8 billion worldwide subscribers on social networking sites. We have somewhere close to 43 million active subscribers in India itself, which translates to around 3.5 or 3.42% of the Indian population actively involved in social networking. Talking about money, because we are in a business, so talking about money, it's $84 billion, which is the net worth of just Facebook, one of the social networking sites. 75% is mobile tele-density of India, and surprise or surprise, 42% people access internet through a mobile phone. Awesome facts, interesting facts. So before we started working on the product, in our labs, we started brainstorming upon these facts. And we decided, this is interesting. We have a product opportunity for 43 million people. Can we actually do something which would be simple, yet revolutionary in nature? So we kept thinking. The thought process basically was, let's come up with an offering for productively channelizing collective energies of all these 43 million people. What are these guys actually doing? Can we design something which is available beyond the confines of just a mobile phone? As in, do we want a device independent kind of a product? Can we create that? Can we create a product which cuts across boundaries, which cuts across operator dependency? Is it possible? And then we thought, let's create something which is above that socio-economic strata that everybody deals with. A 1400 handset, a 14,000 handset, an XYZ display handset, an ABC display handset. Major problems. So can we do something which cuts across that and removes that dependency? I guess so. So the idea which was born is Music Mania, which is basically a voice internet, which works on a very simple thing known as cloud computing. Basically what we say is, there were three things that we considered. Three pillars, three foundation principles. We said, let's pick up the largest used entertainment domain, which is music. It's the highest searched thing on internet. Lots of people are on Facebook. Can I combine both of them? So we did combine it. What would be the requirements? One, music has to be very easy to search on the internet. Two, it should have an integration with the social networking platform side so that I can create a virtual community. Three, I should have my own customized, personalized music library to actually add value from a customer perspective. How did we do it? First and foremost thing, we are the largest aggregators of music in India. We have close to 2.5 lakh songs across 17 languages of India. First thing we did was to provide a direct access unique code to each and every song, which was same for all operators, same across all platforms. Second, we ensured that whatever product offering we are creating should be available on IVRS systems, which is a voice call, should be available on a website, should be available through a handset client, should be available on the web on SMS-based services also. How did we do it? Very simple. Started with a song search. Everybody has, some specific song at the back of the mind which is usually not available. Maybe it's very old, maybe, that particular website provider does not have rights for it, things of that nature. So we said, first and foremost, let the person search a song. Simple way of doing it. We have options. You can do it through SMS. So this is how the process works. You send an SMS of the kind of song that you want. This particular SMS search is phonetic in nature, which is very, very important from an Indian standpoint. Because in India, you have words like mohabbat, pyar, ishq, words of that sort where maximum songs are. Now, the way you pronounce an Indian Hindi word in an English language is different. Right? Somebody would write pyar as P-Y-A-A-R. Somebody would do a P-Y-A-R. Somebody would just write a P-Y-R. So the search that we enabled is phonetic based. So even if the person writes an incorrect spelling, we actually return the answer which is related very close to that particular word. So once this entire process completes, we give options to a customer. He can play that song then and there. When we say play that song, it's a click-to-call functionality. Immediately, that particular unique ID gets referenced and a person can listen to the song. He can also dedicate that song. He can do it on an IVR. He can actually post this particular thing on a Facebook wall if he wants. The song gets updated on the Facebook wall along with the unique ID, along with the person's playlist ID number. Anybody across any particular geographies, considering India at this point in time, can access this particular song through the click-to-call functionality. Second aspect, playlist. A person has searched the song of his choice. Now he wants a personalized, customized playlist. So how does he create that? There are two ways that we allow for playlist creation. First way, you select, choose the song, copy the song from anybody else, listen to anybody else's playlist, or we will do a system-generated playlist. When we say a system-generated playlist, the kind of songs that you listen to are the songs that we automatically add to your playlist. So we do have traces of recommendation engine also inbuilt into that entire rigmarole. Playlist management. Basically, we work on last in, first out principle. In case the person exceeds the total number of allocated disk space, which is as high as 400 songs per individual. But if the person exceeds that, we remove the last song. Addition and deletion of the song would trigger SMS confirmation messages, would trigger IVRS messages, would trigger web-based messages also. Now, the social angle inbuilt into the entire playlist process. The social angle is, there is a person who's updated a playlist on his or her Facebook wall. Anybody else who's actually listened to that playlist, an SMS gets triggered to both of them. Anybody who's listened to a playlist of one particular person, for example, A has a playlist, B has listened to that playlist, A adds another song to it. The probability is that B would like that song also because of similar nature in terms of music. So B gets an SMS that A has added a song, would you like to listen to it? Would you like the song to be your Facebook update? So this starts and trickle down viral effect. Nothing is complete without sharing. So, how does Facebook actually help us? What actually happens is a Facebook user can access a playlist, can manage playlist, can update his or her status, wall status based on this. The way it is done is that the first time when one wants to get this particular application, through a normal simple IVRS calling, I'm taking an example of IVRS, the person gets prompted for pressing one DTMF key if the person wants this application. The person, say, presses a DTMF key, which is 7. The moment he presses that, we send across an access URL and a password key, which is unique to that MSISDN, that mobile number. On accessing the URL, the person actually puts in the password key. This is done only for the first time registration, and it is only done from a security standpoint. So that Facebook username, IDs, and all that kind of things are neither stored, nor a person is actually expected to input that. Because there is a resistance from customers for doing that. So we give a passkey for the first time. Once the passkey gets accepted, we successfully update the FB status of that individual, and for future referencing, this person is registered with us. So once a person actually wants to update anything, all he does is presses a specific key or sends a particular SMS and the song gets updated. His playlist gets managed. His ID reflects whatever he's done. So largely, this is where end-to-end the entire Music Mania application works. Now, nothing is complete till two things are achieved if we are working on social networking. One, the number of people the lives of people that we touch with. And how much is it that people are actually interested in using such a thing? So the first criteria on impact management is number of people that we have. Second criteria is this particular model viable enough for monetization also? So I'm pleased to actually tell the entire jury and the people here that this particular thing has been a phenomenal success. It's just 2 months old and the impact is for all to see. Only 100 days of launch, 4.5 lakh unique subscribers created their playlists. The total number of minutes of usage on our IVRS-based system grew up by 50%, which translates directly into monetary benefit. Service penetration levels, which means that currently if we were sitting at 6, today we are sitting at 12 at each and every circle across operators. More and more people are actually joining in on their own behalf without us promoting it because of the viral trickle-down effect. Song search, because 2.5 lakh songs across 17 languages. Very difficult for one person to find out that specific song that he wants to listen to. So song search contributed to nearly 10% of increase in live MOUs. 40,000 song requests we receive on the portal. This is what we're saying on daily basis, monthly basis. And 8% people who actually search those songs subscribe to our services. But because what we allow is that you can listen to the song that you want to search on FOC free of cost basis. If you like it, you can take our service. If you do not like it, we give you some minutes of usage free. So 8% people actually converted and started paying for the service. Lastly, 4,500 average hits on Facebook only through this particular application, which we call Music Mania, the voice internet. Thank you.
You mentioned that you get SMS notifications. Nowadays on Facebook, people have into the thousands of friends. Would they really want SMSs coming through to their phone with people updating their songs? Would you not be just flooded with people randomly, I like to listen to a song for a few minutes. Would I want my friends to start receiving SMSs all the time regarding these songs? Would that not become a bit annoying after a while?
I'm very glad that you've asked this question, because this is something that all of us, when we sat down in our labs, we were debating. Because everybody on an average has 100 to 150 friends. Now, what the solution that we came up with was, not everybody gets that SMS. It's only that particular friend who's actually clicked on your playlist ID and has gone through the playlist, only that friend gets an update SMS from the individual. As in, if you have added something, only the person who has clicked on that playlist on your Facebook wall would be intimated that you have added or deleted a song. Here also, if the person does not want the alerts or you do not want the alerts to go out, there's an option of block. So all you have to do is block SMS and send it on a toll-free shortcode, and we'll block all notifications.
Okay, thank you.
So I had one question. So how is it? So iCloud provides this kind of storing services on the data on the cloud, right? So how do you compare yourself with iCloud?
Sir, if you talk about how do we compare ourselves, I think this kind of a success story in which we say that we have all devices interlinked, synchronized across operators, across boundaries, is something that iCloud does not have. That is something which is where Spice comes into the picture, sir. So we cannot compare an apple to an orange, sir. We cannot. We have, sir. We do have started that component. I wouldn't say that it's completely different from us, but that's what I'm trying to put across, whereby we are saying the synchronization angle that we've put in, the operator interoperability that we've put in is not something that iCloud has. For example, I'll give you an example. A person is an Airtel subscriber, and he has a playlist ID, which has, say, something like 54321, followed by 7 digits of his mobile number. I'm an Idea subscriber, but I'm added to the person's Facebook ID as a friend list. Now, I want to listen to whatever this person has listened to. This, at this point in time, in any other scenario is not possible because operators do not allow this. In this particular solution, it is possible. We actually allow the person to listen to an Idea subscribers playlist. That is where the differentiation comes in.
I think maybe the confusion comes from, or maybe it's not confusion, but you're in the category innovation in cloud service. Is that the right category for you?
See, the reason why we actually put it into cloud computing is the synchronization, data management, playlist management, everything happens at our end. And any location from where you're accessing it, any device that you're accessing it is actually a dumb device here. They have no data, which is stored out there. There are no songs, no playlist, nothing. Everything is managed by us. That's the reason we've put it under cloud computing.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if you mentioned it obliquely, but I thought I'll clear. You said in the beginning it is FOC. After that, he has a choice of subscribing if he likes it.
Yes.
So how is subscription structured? How does it work?
Subscription we have over IVRS systems also. It's when the person is listening to that particular song on a click-to-call functionality, post an X minutes, which we've defined, say for example at 10 minutes, we actually prompt the user telling him that this is how it is going to be charged. The person all has to do is press a DTMF key and we subscribe it through the operator network, depending upon whichever the MSISDN belongs to. Also, if a person wants to activate through an SMS, he sends an SMS to one particular toll-free ID. We check his balance, tell him that this is the amount of money which is going to be deducted, and we charge him.
So charges are on per song basis or per minute basis?
It is on subscription to a service, whereby minutes are inbuilt into the service. For example, it's 30 rupees, 30 minutes. So in some of the operators, 30 rupees, 100 minutes. It's like that. So minutes are inbuilt into it.
Thank you.
What's the normal base rate? There's no monthly service?
30 rupees.
This request can be made either by text or by voice.
Yes, sir.
So what kind of conversion are you using? If I send a SMS and the spelling would be different than the phonetic which it should read. So how do you provide that security?
Security, sir?
Like you gave yourself an example, PYAR can be written by PIYAR, PYAR,
So,
PAR, somebody may do mistake, right?
So-
So how does it go when I put it in a text? How does it convert it into a phonetic for which the actual search should be done?
sir, I would not be in a position to answer that. It's a purely technical question. I'm extremely sorry on that.